Hello, my friend. So, would you like to be the queen or the king of your home? Just a feeling of being in charge and being in control of your space. Wouldn't that feel great? So, I asked this question because years ago I had a Feng Shui consultant come into my home. I was really struggling with a number of things. I was feeling like I didn't have good boundaries in my home. I had a roommate who was with me for about 2 years, and it worked out really, really well. But I was starting to feel like I didn't have a lot of privacy. I had a partner, and I also wanted to have my grandchildren over. And I was sharing the kitchen with my roommate and the bathroom. So I really needed to have more, you know, more space in my home for myself. And so I also had some unfinished renovations in my home. I took out a wall, well, two walls actually. And so they were unfinished, and unfinished projects or unfinished renovations are actually clutter. So that was happening. And I also had quite a bit of clutter around. I've got really small rooms in my home, and I find them frustrating sometimes. I, I, um, I think that if you have like a lot of little things in a small room, it can look really, really cluttered. So there was that as well. So at one point, this feng shui consultant, she actually did an assessment of my whole home. Like we walked through the whole place. And she would ask me some questions like, what do I feel, or what do I think when I walk into this room? How do I feel? What do I notice in this room? But the main question really was, how do you feel when you look into this room? And more often than not, I was answering like, I don't know, just shrugging my shoulders, just kind of like, meh, I don't know. I don't like it. It's not good. It's messy. It's whatever. And I just wasn't happy with any of my spaces in my home. And she said that, she could really feel, or actually, what she said to me was that I was sounding like a 16-year-old. I didn't know what I wanted. I wasn't setting any boundaries with my roommate, and I wasn't honoring what I want. In fact, I didn't even know what I wanted, really. So she was so right. So at one point, she actually went to my front closet and she started going through my coats in the closet. I was quite worried she was going to start going through my shoes, but she didn't. But anyways, so she's going through my coats and she's pulling them out one at a time and asking me, what about this coat? Do you like this coat? Do you love this coat? And I'd be like, I don't know. It's all right. I don't know if it fits. Okay. And she would say, okay, try it on. Let's see how, and then I would try it on, look in the mirror, and she would ask me again, how does it feel? How much do you like this coat? All of those kinds of questions. And I continued to be like, it's all right. I don't know. It's okay. Nothing great. So then she said, is there anything in this closet that you really love? And I really had to think about it. And I thought, oh yeah, I have a cloak in there. And she said, oh, okay, let's bring that out. So she brought out my cloak. And my cloak is from some old days. I used to go to festivals quite a bit. And the cloak also comes in handy around Halloween. It's really quite beautiful. I love my cloak. So anyways, so she said, okay, put it on. So I put on my cloak and she said, walk around. So I walked around, kind of swaggering a little bit with my cloak. And she's like, how do you feel? And I said, I feel great. And we actually went out to I call it the grotto, AKA garage. And we went out to the grotto and she asked me what I wanted to do out there. And I had, so many ideas of what I'd like to do out there. And she was like, wow, like what a noticeable difference in the way that you're acting, the way that you are speaking, the confidence. It just, you look like you are the queen. So you are the queen of your grotto, that's for sure. So anyways, it was really big lessons for me. And, you know, we all have the choice of making decisions around what we want for our space. And I know it is a matter of knowing what we want. And it is a process. It is a practice in a way, you know, where we have to kind of look at maybe what isn't working so that we can kind of figure out what can work for us. And, you know, we are the ones that get to decide how we want our space to be. We can make decisions. We can think about how we want to feel. And that is the biggest question. How do you want to feel in your space? What kind of energy do you want to have in your home? What kind of energy do you want to feel for yourself? So tap into that beautiful queen energy, king energy, and let me know how it feels in the comments below. Thanks so much, and happy decluttering.